The day I said no, my family erased me from their lives. Just like that. No warning, no discussion, no second chance. One simple word. No. And suddenly, I wasn't their son anymore. I wasn't their brother. I wasn't their responsibility. I wasn't even family. Funny thing is, they didn't hate me when I had nothing. Back then, they barely noticed me. But when I started making money, that's when everything changed. That's when I became important. Not because they loved me, but because they needed me. I still remember the first time my mom called asking for money. Her voice was soft, almost careful. "We're a little short this month. Can you help us out?" Of course I said yes. Why wouldn't I? They were my family. And in my mind, family helps each other. But what I didn't realize back then was I wasn't helping them. I was becoming their solution. And once you become someone's solution, they stop seeing you as a person. They start seeing you as a resource. At first, it was small amounts. A few hundred here, a few thousand there. Nothing too serious. But then, it became more frequent, more urgent, more expected. My brother called one night. "Hey, I need a favor." That sentence always came with a price. "I'm a bit short on rent. Can you send me $2,000? No hesitation, no shame, just expectation. And again, I said yes, because I believed him. "I'll pay you back." That's what he said. But he never did. Not once. Months passed, then years. And slowly, something inside me started to change. I noticed a pattern. They only called when they needed something. They only texted when they wanted money. There were no, "How are you?" No, "Are you okay?" No, "Do you need anything?" Just requests. Endless requests. And I kept giving, because I thought, maybe one day they'll appreciate it. Maybe one day they'll see me. But they never did. Instead, they got comfortable, too comfortable. They stopped asking politely and started demanding. Like it was my job, like I owed them, like my success belonged to them. One day, my father called. "I need $15,000. No explanation, no context, just a number. I paused, not because I didn't have it, but because something inside me finally said, enough. For the first time in years, I questioned it. "What do you need it for?" I asked. Silence. Then his tone changed. "Why does it matter?" That's when I realized it never mattered to them. Not my money, not my effort, not my life. Just what I could give. And in that moment, something broke. Not my heart, my patience. I took a deep breath and said it. "No." Silence. Heavy. Uncomfortable. "What did you say?" he asked. I said no. And just like that, everything changed. The next few hours were quiet. Too quiet. No calls, no messages, nothing. But deep down, I knew. This wasn't over. And I was right. Because the next day, everything exploded. My phone started buzzing nonstop, messages, calls, voicemails, not from concern, from anger. My brother, You've changed. My dad, after everything we've done for you. My mom, we raised you, and this is how you repay us? I read every message, and for the first time, I didn't feel guilty. I felt clarity, because now I could finally see the truth. They never cared about me. They cared about what I provided. And now that I stopped, I became the villain. A few days later, my cousin called me. Hey, I think you should know something. His voice was serious. Your family is telling everyone you're selfish. I stayed silent. They said you've become arrogant, that money changed you. I almost laughed. The irony was unbelievable. The same people who used me for money were now blaming money for changing me. But the truth was simple. Money didn't change me. It revealed them. And then he said something else, something that ended everything. They said you're not part of the family anymore. Silence. For a moment, I just sat there, not shocked, not hurt, just aware. Because deep down, I already knew. I was never family. I was just useful. And now, I wasn't. So they erased me. Just like that. And you know what? I didn't chase them. I didn't explain. I didn't beg. Because I finally understood something. You don't fight to stay in places where you were never valued. So instead, I focused on myself. And this time, I went all in. I worked harder, smarter, bigger. I built something real, something powerful, something that didn't depend on anyone. And slowly, everything changed. More success, more money, more freedom, but most importantly, peace. Then one day, my phone rang. Unknown number. I picked it up. Hello? And then I heard it. My mom's voice, soft, broken. We need your help. Of course you do. We're going through a hard time. I closed my eyes, because I already knew how this ends. Can you send some money? Silence. Then I said it. Calm. Cold. Final. No. Pause. Please. We're family. That word again. Family. I took a deep breath and said, you stopped being my family the day I stopped paying. Silence. Heavy. You disowned me. No answer. Because she knew. They all knew. And then I said the one thing that ended it forever. I'm not your bank anymore. And I hung up. No anger. No regret. Just peace. Because the truth is, some people don't love you. They love what you give them. And when you stop giving, they show you who they really are. And my family? They showed me everything. But by then, it was too late. Because karma, it never forgets.